Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up warning. This post contains spoilers for Daredevil. Born Again Episode 4, the MCU has just set up yet another potential recruit for the Young Avengers thanks to Daredevil. Born Again, however, I think there's also some great potential for this new character beyond the Young Avengers alone. After all, this new recruit has only just been teased in the MCU, so they'll likely have some ways to go before they are ready to join any kind of team. Aside from Kamala Khan's Ms. Marvel, Kate Bishop, and perhaps Casey Lang, the roster for the MCU's Young Avengers has yet to be fully confirmed or revealed. That said, it's almost become a quasi-tradition at this point that the latest MCU series is tasked with debuting another potential recruit to the Young Avengers' future ranks. This includes Kid Loki, Eli Bradley, the Maximoff twins, Scar, and more. While Daredevil, Born Again Episode 4 is no exception with its own potential Young Avenger. That's not all this new MCU character could do. In Daredevil, Born Again Episode 4, Matt Murdock is grappling with the aftermath of the previous episode where his client, Hector Ayala, aka White Tiger, was shot and killed the same night he was released from custody following a successful trial where his innocence was proven. This brings Murdock to the coroner's office at the beginning of this new episode. However, Matt Murdock is subsequently confronted by Hector's niece, Angela Del Toro, who notably becomes the second White Tiger in the comics. It's no coincidence that the MCU's Angela Del Toro received her uncle's recovered mask and amulet in this new episode. Despite being older than her MCU counterpart, Angela Del Toro became the second White Tiger after Hector's trial and murder on the page. Following her years as an officer before briefly becoming an FBI agent, Angela chose to continue her uncle's legacy by taking on his mantle, mask, and mystic amulet. As such, it's no coincidence that the MCU's Angela Del Toro received her uncle's recovered mask and amulet in this new episode, especially considering the confirmed Daredevil, Born Again sequence that was cut, which would have seen the White Tiger amulet glowing in Angela's presence, effectively choosing her. On the one hand, Angela Del Toro could easily just go out on her own, eventually learning how to use the amulet by herself as the MCU's second White Tiger. This would presumably be before getting recruited into the Young Avengers, theoretically. However, I'd argue that it would be even cooler to keep the comic parallels going, with Daredevil reluctantly agreeing to train Angela and teaching her various forms of combat and skills to become an effective vigilant. Narratively speaking, Daredevil training the next White Tiger admittedly seems like a pretty tall order right now. At present, Matt Murdock is actively trying to resist his old life as Daredevil, while the new Mayor Fisk has his zero-tolerance, anti-vigilant agenda that will more than likely become official laws and policies sooner rather than later. That said, perhaps Daredevil getting his own protege could be an element that's featured in the already confirmed Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, as Murdock will inevitably don the horns once more by the end of this first season. Interestingly enough, Marvel Studios created some precedent with the MCU's Daredevil mentoring a young vigilant, as seen in their previous streaming release, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. In the series, which is set in an alternate MCU timeline, a black-suited Daredevil, voiced by Charlie Cox, was briefly featured investigating the activities of Norman Osborn. However, the series finale revealed that Jean Foucault, one of Oscorp's interns alongside Peter Parker, was in truth a mole working with Daredevil, also known as the Vigilant Finesse. It's pretty easy to see Marvel Studios possibly creating a parallel between the timelines, with the primary live-action Daredevil also training a young vigilant, just not the same one. At any rate, it's going to be very interesting to see what the future holds for the MCU's Angela Del Toro. Becoming the next White Tiger seems incredibly likely, and the odds of her eventually becoming a young Avenger are good as well. That said, Daredevil training Angela would be a fantastic addition as well.